Hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be. And this is the Inner Being Church, all things within esoteric knowledge. We come today to share some conscious conversations with you. We're just going to be doing some questions and answers based upon spirituality and where people are in their journey. So I don't really have a proper title because I have no idea what the questions going to be like. You on YouTube, TikTok, land, you're welcome to ask questions as it pertains to spirituality. We're going to try to keep it as it pertains to spirituality. That means health and wellness, probably spirituality, like, the purpose of how it awakens people. That means, where you are with consciousness as it pertains to dreams, astral traveling, projecting, your inner being, understanding the totality of God, all things within as it pertains to spiritual conscious conversations. I, on purpose, if I see a comment or a question that's really too far off of consciousness, I'm gonna let it scroll. You can keep asking it, but on purpose, I'm gonna keep on letting it scroll up and up. So the mission here is to illuminate the inner depths of yourself, challenging your core beliefs, the ones that ain't serving you anyway, and in an effort to put you up to speed with who you really are, because you could be, do, or have anything that you put your mind to. I am the first lady of this church. Goddess Just Be. So let's get it. Let's get it. Hello, YouTube. So y'all have some questions about consciousness. We started yesterday. Hey, Key, how you doing? We started yesterday, and I'll just begin on a general kind of like subject. The questions begin to come in when I was talking about spirituality as it pertained to reverencing the ancestors. Those were the questions that I remember from yesterday. The ancestors, in what part did they play in? Hey, thank you for being here. What part do the ancestors play in the totality of it all? As it pertains to spirituality, stay out of the record room 75% of the day. I am so happy for you, Kat. That is so beautiful. That's so much progress. Keep it up. I am so proud of you. And so they were asking, hey, TT, what part in the story do the ancestors play? So we have this physical reality, right? In our physical reality, just like our food, we have two sides of it. We have acidic foods, and then we have alkaline foods. Then we have the spiritual reality that we're going to talk about tonight. And the spiritual reality on the right side of the brain, that is the inner beingness, all-knowing, infinite intelligence. Now, the ancestors, no, I'm not saying they dumb down. They on the same wavelength because they're all in the spiritual essence. But the ancestors' voice is normally telling you or we or us, me, things like what's going on in this physical reality. That voice is kind of awareness of this here realm that's going to help you with your spiritual side. They're aware of the physical. They're aware of the things that you go through in the realm, so to speak, and they help and guide you based upon sending you a message to your left, logical, left, masculine side of your brain. And being that when we hear from that, even like ascension, like even the noise of whistling or the ringing in the ear, on the left side, that's a message from ancestors about be aware of the physical. I'm here to help and guide you. You are me. I am you. You are of me. We are the same. I walk with you. I talk with you. But on the right side, you have another me, a collective me of that's you. That's you. That's your version of yourself that has experienced many lifetimes and already have information in your record room, your subconscious mind, have life experiences, has pretty much experienced everything. But in this human form, you kind of like forget those things. But this here side of you, your right side, your God brain side, this side of you is staying in perfect alignment. It ain't telling you no, watch out for this here in the physical thing. It's staying in perfect alignment and telling you things are always working out for you. You can't get it wrong. I'm going to hold this place, this space. This is what you told or ordered it to do before you came forward, because this is your internal guidance. And when you don't feel love and lovable and happy and, joy and all of those things, that's an indicator within you that you are out of alignment with it, because it sees no wrong. It sees you as perfect. It sees you as lovable. And so during the journey of being or becoming the Christ conscious one, really, that's all we, you, me, are on a journey to do, to become the Christ conscious one, to become in alignment so much with our inner being, our spiritual essence that's in the non-physical, so much that we can walk on water, that we could be invincible, that greater works shall we do, right? And so that's the difference. in the spiritual realm of the two sides of the forces, so to speak, or powers to be, so to speak, that are working for you. Now, some people call these spiritual sides maybe Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. They'll call it Thoth and Krishna. You can call it what you want to call it. I'm just telling you that, on one side is those that you knew of that pace before, and then there's you over here. Like, right? So Jesus and Mary and Joseph, you could call it that if that's what you want, but that'll be more of that'll be more of your left side of your brain, actually, because that's the logic. That's a man-made. This is the man side, the left side of the brain. That's a man-made concept that you've made up over there. The totality of you, the spiritual essence of you, the God side of you is always going to be right side. Y'all got that? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Royal. Hey, Akiva. Good afternoon. This is the conversation. Yeah. So this is, hey, friends. Love this space. Oh, hey, Kate. I see you, babe. Hey, Joanna. You got it? Okay. Any more questions on spirituality? Altars, ancestors. Hey. I see you, Ladybug. Thank you for being here. Hey, Sherry. Anything? You are a bright light over there. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, I'm here for y'all now. I don't have a topic. Where the questions at? I want to tell you. What you want to tell me? Thank you for sharing the live, Tranquility. I appreciate this. This is such a safe space. Oh, that's what you want to tell me? Okay. So, coming out of religion, that kind of like had me puzzled in a sense, like, who am I praying to? You did an egg cleanse. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. In the beginning of your spiritual journey, it's like, who am I praying to? What's going on with you? With who is this? Do I still talk to Jesus? Anybody ever felt like that? Who am I reverencing? You get a little confused, like, do I still pray? Anybody been there before? Because I never thought about all this. I bet you did it, right? You're right. Do you belong to a certain tradition? No, none at all. I just felt like everything was a lie. Oh, okay. Yes. I'm there now. So yeah, okay, a lot of people there now. Oh, okay. And then y'all looking at me trying to figure it out, like, right? So I would say that's a part of the process, because in the beginning of my journey, all I knew was Jesus. Like, right? We came up in every church, really. My mom sent us to everything, y'all. Everything. Oh, Lord have mercy. I was on the phone with her this morning, and I just bust out and laughed at her because I called her and asked her one thing, and Lord, I had to put the phone on speaker and finish doing what I was doing because she started preaching. And then she was like, in the middle of her sermon to me, I was like washing something, and she was like, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I don't know how I ended up telling you." She started preaching in the book of Acts. She had a whole scripture and everything, because it's so deeply rooted in her. Nonetheless, we came up in church, and she had us in every church. So when I got to spirituality, I'm like, who over here now? Yeah. I talk to Shadrach. Do I still say what's up to Jesus every now and then? Yeah, I believe in God is when the way you started explaining yesterday. Now I need to wait. There's a typo there or something. I believe in gods or goddesses. Then the way you started explaining yesterday. Now I need to understand. Got me questioning and thinking since yesterday. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Are you able to speak on the lady and the child the Pope is bowing down to? Who is she? Oh, the Black Madonna. Well, take this with you. It's the energy of the Christ conscious one. We could call it the Black Madonna. We could call it Black people. We could call it Buddha, Krishna, Thoth. Take that part with you. It's the 144,000 frequency. A person that's in alignment with their spiritual essence. See, in the physical reality, we get caught and fixed on this here, but let's look at things energetically. Oh, okay. Y'all got some questions coming up in here now. I see. I'm coming, YouTube. So let's look at things energetically. Stay in alignment with your inner being. Stay focused on how you feel. Stay focused on the true sin. The true sin is when you are not in alignment with it. The true sin is when you feel dis-ease and disharmony. The true sin is like the depression that we were talking about. True sin is like that anxiety that we were talking about, right? So for me, and I'll do me. And I'm not asking any of you all to be like me. But when I came out of religion, I felt rather confused for a while as to, dang, because I was used to going to bed, saying the prayers and talking to Jesus. I was a prayer warrior, right? In the church, and my prayer was like, and I plead the blood of Jesus. And I send the angels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and St. Clair with their swords dipped in the blood to cut asunder any spirit that is contrary to the word or the will of God. Like, right? I I was heavily into this thing. And I'm like, oh, do I not do that no more? Well, who am I praying to? Pay attention that you have the kingdom of God is within you. And so for me, that means I'm allowing. That means I'm talking to my inner being. That means I'm manifesting. It's the same difference for me. And so I don't have to bow down per se to any other middleman to the source, because now my inner being is my connection. My inner being is in the non-physical with 99% of the existence of me. And it, with its 99% and me being my 0.01%, collectively we're 100% of the totality of God. So that takes away the middleman, the man that man made for me to bow down to, like, right? And as far as praying is concerned, it's about being thankful. Because when I used to pray, it was like, oh, Jesus, if you do da 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 da, then I'm gonna be thankful. And could you do this for me in the blood of Jesus or the name of Jesus, like, right? But now, since I purified my blood in my physical by cleaning and activating my dormant DNA, now it's about me, because there was power in my blood. That's how I got activated. So now I don't have to go to church and swallow and pretend that I'm swallowing somebody else's blood, or eating somebody else's body, because I'm already renewed. I am the walking, talking example of the parable when they turned water into wine. So why do I need to do those things? When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I behaved like a child. I thought like a child. But when I became over here spiritual myself, I put away those childish things. So as far as prayer is concerned, I eventually understood it to be saying that I'm thankful, being in the now, appreciating life. When praises, and I use some things from church, because in church I was taught when praises go up, blessings come down. So now I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it all. Life is so beautiful. I was just driving on the way to the post office, and I saw these beautiful flowers. And I was driving, listening to some music, and I was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm so thankful for you. You make my assimilated environment so beautiful. It looks like the Garden of Eden over there, and Garden of Eden over there. And I was just thankful. I had the window down, and I said that to the flowers. Like, I'm appreciating all things. I'm a part of all things. I'm living and actively participating in my now. And my subconscious mind is opening me up to more experiences, because now the source, I'm radiating that I love it here. I'm radiating that there's beauty here to look upon. And the source of God gives me more. It's an energetic thing instead of a physical thing. So whoever the Pope may be bowing to, that's cool and all, but I'm not, because it's not necessary. The kingdom of God is within me, and it's within you too. And in him I live, I breathe, I have my being. Don't forget that. Never go outside of yourself. We just came out of church. And so a lot of people that come out of church, it be part of the program. You come out of church and now you're looking for the next step of what you got to worship. The next step that what you got to bow down, because church made you feel so unworthy. That's where that comes from. Church made you feel like just like a soldier, just like a sinner, just like a backslider. It made you feel that way all the time. It put you in check all the time. Soldier in the army of the Lord, little G kind of God. And so if you've been in timeout, is he really equivalent to the people who I be consulting with? If you'd have been raised by a narcissistic mother, it's kind of hard to come out of her. Kind of hard to walk away from her, because there's that love, but then there's that trauma bonding. Same way with church. Church people were hurt people. Hurt people need a healing God. So there's that trauma for the way you practice, and then there's that love of God. Them people love God so much, but then they were manipulated yet that same so much, right? So you got to understand that part and just be a whole person. It's time to put on the whole armor of God. You've already been through hell as it pertains to being cast away and not being true to yourself. You already suppressed the way that you felt for so long in church because of the so-called commandment. When you come into the spiritual essence, you understand energy, frequency, and vibration, and going on those days when you crucifying your own self. At least it should be, right? Right? Sources within you. Yes, yes, yes. I saw some questions over here on YouTube. Let me get to my YouTube. My church members over here. Hey, Latanya, T. How do we think of God or the supreme being? I would say it. If we get to a place where we're calling God it that lives in me, not he, not she, and I'm a woman in the physical reality. Not God is not a man. The book of Numbers tell you that God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. If he said it, he'll do it. If he spoke it, he shall make it good. But if we take the he out of that, God is not a man that it should lie. Like, right? Think about that for a moment. God is not a man that it would lie. So if it's not a man, that means it's not separate from you. It's not separate from you. Because a man, he would be over there if it was a man. It's what you are. It's your beingness. It's what you were made of. It's the substance that's inside of you, of me. We're all walking, talking gods in this physical reality, participating, playing to the game of life, pretty much. And if we would look at God like that, like an it, so if God is not an it, now that broadens God. Now we could look at the energetic aspects of God. Because if God is not a man and everything in this realm is God, then that means God is this. Okay, before I get to this, thank you, Being. If God is not a man, we could broaden our aspects of God. Because that means God is the it factor of all that we see. So if God is the it factor, and if there is a law in this realm that's called the law of vibration, and everything in this realm moves, that means everything in the it category in this realm is moving. Nothing rests. Because we're going back to the energy side of God, not God being a man. So if nothing is resting and everything is vibrating at different frequencies, some frequencies are faster, some frequencies are slowed up and a little bit harder and slower, but there's still frequency because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. And if God is all of those energies, no matter how low they are or how high they are, that means this is God. That means this is God. That means this is God. That means I am God. That means you and God is God. That means all is God. So that's how I think about God. Let me turn on this air. Oh Lord, it's 77 degrees up here. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn on the air. So that means everything is God. And if you understand that, then you just understand the totality of God. And then you can find appreciation in all things in this realm. Because it's God. Nothing can exist but God. That narc is God. Had a low frequency, sorry to it. You know, that murderer is God. Like, right? Because what? You were God when you were in church? Or were you was that the devil? No, that was you at your lower self. And you was God. You was getting to know yourself. You got that? As a divine being, how long do you usually wait for your manifestations to come to your reality? Oh, the alchemist. Hey, alchemist. Divine timing is when you in alignment with your inner being. That's when it's going to materialize. That's going to be a different time for everybody. It's going to be a different time for everybody based upon the amount of resistance that you have. Yeah, the I am. You see, it's based upon the resistance you have. So everybody, there's three categories pretty much. It's either going to be relationship, money, or health. Those are the broad categories, right? And most people will ask about. Now, of the three, thank you, Naveen. The Naveen reminded me that's the force, the three, the number three force that the physicals, the reality humans care about a lot. Nonetheless, of the three, you're gonna have resistance in one of them a little bit more than the other. Like for some people, they probably don't have no resistance in money. Like, right? Like, oh, money gonna come. I know I'm gonna be all right. I'm always protected. That's a law that they put in their subconscious mind. And because they have that law put in their subconscious mind, if they were to try to manifest a little bit more of the said money, they're like, I want to go to that concert. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know it's going to work out. That's like a form of them meditating or manifesting, like, right? And then it happens and they go to the concert, they have the money and outfit and everything. They're like, oh, see, everything just flows to me, like, right? That could be instant manifestation for them because they don't have no resistance. But there's another person that might want money. They probably have resistance up there because they feel like, I'm just trying to make it to a Friday. That's their laws. And you gotta work hard out here. And if you're black, you gotta work harder, and nobody won't let you get ahead. And they probably came up in a house where, Grandpa had to walk in the snow and all of this, and they had to work hard, and they heard them stories, and them stories got deeply rooted in their subconscious mind, and they have a resistance. And because of that resistance, their manifestation is going to be delayed if they ever even experience it, because they got to get rid of the resistance first. So as it pertains to your answer, the manifestations come when you are in alignment with your inner being and you operate in the flow and you believe that new belief that money just comes to me and I'm just taken care of and all things are working out for me. And I'm good. But it's hard when you have a stumbling block in your mind. Like, right? Like for people that have been told that they got the big C. The doctor told me, oh, they got that stumbling block in their mind, but they could be healed from that through their mind. Yeah. All right. Y'all good? With my egg cleanse, I saw people standing behind me through the glass. I took pieces of them. Oh, wow. I see the head, arms, hair, and they are looking at me. Oh, wow. So the goddess and goddesses are us. Yeah. Everything is you. We talked about that yesterday. Amen. I know that I know. There you go. The I am. We talked about that yesterday. Everything is you. Everything you see is an expression of you in your simulated environment. And everything I see over here, mine, is an expression of me. I can, you create your own environment. Now, if you come over here, I can manipulate you because you are my kingdom. If I come over there in your simulated environment, I can manipulate. You are manipulating everybody in your simulated environment. That's how you set up your head. That's how you came forward. You remember, you came forward head first. Consciousness first. You came forward. Most often did not. The children come forward head first. Consciousness first. Because you're coming to experience your thoughts. All right. Can you discuss the universal laws? Yeah, they have different variations of them. To the ones that stand out to me that I really subscribe to and love really is paying attention to the law of attraction. Because for me, that one's heartfelt for me, because that's the one you stumble upon in spirituality. The law of attraction, you're attracting, and that's the same thing that I always tell you in religion. Your word cannot come back to you null and void. It has to go out and accomplish that what you sent it out to. So the law of attraction in spirituality is the same concept. You attracting that what you are, emitting. You emit and receive, and so whatever you radiating out there, then it's coming back. Hence, law of attraction. And then we got the law of cause and effect. This is one that I really, really pay attention to in life, because it's pretty much as a man think it, kind of like, so is he. You could bring that scripture over from religion, like, right? Cause and effect. My life is the sum of the things that I've been thinking, and so is yours. Cause and effect, right? You thought it up. It's kind of like how you radiated your signal. You thought it up. You thought he was going to cheat. You will fear, even if you were just afraid of it. That fear is you create through fear too. So you caused it because you thought about it. And because you thought about it, you got to experience it. Hence the law of cause and effect. They got many more laws. The correspondence, the law of vibration, the law of gender. There must be male, there must be female principles. So that means it's gonna have two sides. That's energetically what I be talking about here. When I talk about the law of rhythm, so to speak, they're gonna have yin and yang. They're gonna have two sides of everything. You embody two sides of everything. You embody a left side of your brain and the right side of your brain. That's the marriage of the bride and groom right there. That's your logic and that's your intuitive right there. There's two sides to everything. You embody in your body, whether you're a woman or a man, you have feminine and the masculine principles about you. It must be both of them. You embody this within you. You must embody this within you because your masculine is necessary for certain moments and your feminine is necessary for certain moments. Just like yesterday when I was talking about my son, when he was quitting his job and in my subconscious mind, I felt like about it, like that's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. That was part of my masculine principle. That's part of my masculine energy that came out. Like, right? Like, yeah, as a woman, women still want to pull up, like, right? Women still want to, at a certain time, maybe go off on somebody, like, right? That's a part of the masculine principle, and it's necessary because it's necessary for a moment in your life where you needed to be in survival mode, right? It's necessary. Here's the thing: we got to learn balance in all things of both of our sides, like, right? So all of this that exists within us, we see the expression of it, of gender outside of us, even in relationships. In relationships, even if they same-sex relationships, you still gonna see the law of gender because somebody gonna be more masculine and somebody gonna be more feminine. Even as it pertains to fruits, you still gonna see the law of gender because then you're gonna have the small round watermelon, for example, and then you're gonna have the long, elongated watermelon. That's female and male principles, even in the fruits. Everything, everywhere abides by these laws. You don't have to believe in the laws. It's okay, but you're not going to float in the air like, for example, the law of gravity. You're not going to float just because you don't believe in the law of gravity. And that's something that church people, religious people really should explore maybe. Like, right, the laws of the universe and begin to at least embrace them on their journey of moving over to spirituality. Because those laws, they're in this here realm where they can't see the same little realm where they believe in Jesus at. That's where them laws reign at. And you could fool around and find out, but that's the laws we are all, because we decided to play the game of life like this. That's the laws that we all are governed by. But last but not least, I do want to mention the law of assumption. Because when you find out about the law of assumption, it is so necessary for you to understand and not have yourself in detention, beating yourself up for the fact that I knew about this law of attraction and I got down on myself. And yeah, I did create this crappy reality. My point is, don't stay there long because the law of assumption gets you out of the law of attraction pit. The law of attraction make you see like, oh, I created this crappy life. What am I to do? Use the law of assumption. Count it all joy. Start to manifest what's in your mind. Act like a child in your current environment. Release the resistance in an effort for those old thoughts to lose momentum. And when they lose momentum, you can look at your current thoughts and be like, oh, this is still a little bit of the thoughts of the past because I've been assuming something different. I've been abiding by the laws of assumption. And then lo and behold, right in front of you, your reality begin to change because all your old thoughts, they losing momentum. And now whatever you assumed, it has to show up. Your mind, you're using your mind to draw it to you. So there's hope for those who just stumbling upon the law of attraction. And that's why I mentioned that one. Let's see. Who are we reverencing, God, source, or Mother Nature? It's really it's how you want to say it. I say God, source, universe, my uni. Sometimes I guess some people be like, who is she talking about? My uni. When I say my uni, I'm talking about God. I'm outside, like, right? I'm talking in all clustered in there is my inner being, like the all. I'm just calling the all. You could call it infinite intelligence. It's just your language. It is your language, but it's the same source. It's 100% of the brain capacity. It's the same energy. It's the energy or the power that be. May the force be with you. It is the same cluster of energy that we all are talking about. We talk in different or speaking different languages. Yeah. When in meditation, who do we show gratitude to? Jesus. When when in when in meditation, why, why do we gotta show gratitude to anybody? I thought when we're grateful, we're just grateful. We're just happy. Oh, I'm so thankful. I feel so thankful. I feel so happy. So we have to see that sounds like a religious, approach to it. Like we gotta tell somebody thank you. It gotta be somebody else. No, I'm trying to get you to understand that you gotta be in a position where you're empowering yourself too. Right? Thank you, inner being. Today, thank you. Today, my inner being and I were talking, right? Just like I'm talking to you. And I was telling my inner being, now keep in mind, you got to understand what I'm saying here when I say my inner being. I'm actually saying that I'm talking to my inner being right now, just in case you all didn't pay attention to that. But I'm talking through it. And so when I was sitting doing some paperwork, I was like saying, thank you for my inner being, for all that's going on with my business. Like, right? My inner being is the 99% of me that's in the non-physical, talking to me, my guidance, my internal guidance, like, right? And I was saying, thank you. And I get real silly. Before I even say this, I get a little real silly because I'm a child at heart and I love that part about me. You can judge me if you want to. You're judging yourself. So anyway, I was sitting there. I was like, I'm so thankful. Man, we'd have came a long way. Like we just be josing. Like I got that word from my sons. We just be josing it up, like, right? And I said, I love you. And as I say I love you, I hear my inner being saying I love you. And I was like, we so cheesy, we so corny with it. It's almost like back in high school. This is what I was saying to my inner being. It's almost like back in high school, like, no, you hang up, I hang up. No, you hang up, I hang up first. No, no, you hang up, no, I hang up first. Like we go back and forth. Everything that I give to or say thank you to when I'm reverencing it, he says, no, it's you. No, it's you. No, it's you. It lifts me. Now, if I were doing that to something else, it'll take it. It'll take it. It's like you're harnessing that energy back and you're putting it back inside of you when you're talking or referencing to your inner being. Women have this here bad. Thank you, inner being. Women have this here bad because what they would do a lot with men, they want to give the man or the other people, not just men, they want to give so much. Oh, I got to cook. You hear them on the conversation on the phone or whatever. I was actually outside the other day and I heard my neighbor saying, yeah, I'm going to make some da-da-da-da-da for dinner. And then I'm going to clean up and Donnie needs some shoes. We're going to go to the mall this weekend. Yeah? And the lady was just talking about all of these things that she was going to do. And her husband was sitting right there. And he was just looking at the TV. Like, right? Outside looking at the TV in the garage. And I'm like, oh, she's just giving. And so when women do this, it depletes a woman so much because she don't know when to stop that. She gives to her husband, she gives to her children, then the children have children, she gives to the grandchildren, she keep on giving, and she's just getting wrinkly. Then she go to church and she gotta give to the pastor, she gotta give to the pastor's wife, and then she gotta give to the church, and then she gotta bow down to Jesus, and she gotta help the pastor because he's the holy grail in the religious aspect. And so she just gave. She baked a cake for the neighbor, she did this and that and that. No, I'm teaching you how to be sovereign, God. Harness that energy because you want that energy to make you overflow first and then you give. Like, right? And so no, I'm not, I ain't doing that. The relationship I have with my inner being, we're not doing that. We're not outsourcing. We did that in religion. We did that already. Okay. So I'm referencing that, I believe in God, but when I put me with my inner being, I have God. We can't miss God because we can't operate without God, you know? So when in meditation, what you do to show gratitude, I'm thankful. So I'm so thankful. I feel so thankful. I feel overflow with joy right now. I feel so at peace. I feel your presence. I can't miss it. I'm so happy. I'm so chosen. I'm so loved. I'm so lovable. Yeah, that's how you're grateful. That's how you just say what you are. All right. Like there is a divine order. Where is the organization coming from? Divine order. Source in us. Source in us. Source, the divine order. Source in us. Let me show you something right quick. Source in us. So we got source. Yo, I'm glad we teach a little bit because I already had a little bit. My inner being. This is how you know everything is perfectly orchestrated and you're in alignment. Because my inner being had me write this here down, and I'm about to share. I'm about to add on to this here. Source. We talked about this already. The divine order. There's only this here order. This is it. This is the only order. It's gonna be a physical order and a spiritual order, and I want you to see it. Type order in the comments, somebody. Somebody type order in the comments. So the people that's coming in, we all know we're talking about order. 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 Thank you. Order. So remember, I already told you all, 3 is the number for force. Here we go, our Holy Trinity. I already told you all, the I amness is the source of God, right? I am. Then you got the me. That's your physical. This is your order. 0.01% of me, this black lady that you see. That's part of my I amness. Up here, you have myself. Myself is my inner being that I'm talking to, that I always talk to, that I listen to, right? My inner dialogue, my habitual thoughts, my subconscious mind. We'll call it that. In religion, this here thing that I'm talking about would be called the Holy Ghost, right? So I call that myself. This is all you. Nothing else exists but God. This is what I'm saying here. But then is somebody asking me over here about a divine order. Like, right? This is really the divine order of everything. But as within, so without. So this here is going to be the spiritual side of the divine order. Like, right? Now, going back to the laws of this land, they're going to have two sides, right? Just like in religion, they say, on earth as it is in heaven. As above, so below. Like, right? So this was spiritual. So in the physical aspect, look at what my inner being showed me today. And you know what my inner being showed me this today, because I didn't write this part down. Notice I did not write this just now. This was here. Because when I passed here, my inner being was telling me this earlier today. My inner being says, pay attention to the government. You're talking about order. So the government is designed in this physical reality to govern over you. Government. This is what my inner being will share with me is the government. Just like the Holy Trinity, in the spiritual essence, my inner being was telling me about the I amness, the me, and myself. Well, look at the 3 branches of the government: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. My inner being was telling me. I was like, wow, that's so cool. And so when you pay attention to the judicial one, there's a supreme, a supreme court. Like, right? Supreme Court. You see how that's making sense? This is about order. This is about the government ruling over you, just like source. You really got your order, your birthright order from the source. It should be from the source, but not outside. But we here, which is the 0.01%, we experiencing the physical reality, and we have this thing called a government that's governing us with a force of order. Of order. Everything in this realm is a carbon copy of the source order, which is the governed or the supreme essence of you. That's governing you. That's governing me. But this here order is actually more powerful than this here order. But it takes the people in the physical reality to understand that this here government order is only 0.01%. The spiritual order, when you get your mind right, Christ conscious one, will trump this, and this in the physical reality government will be no more. Thank you, Naveen. You got that? Then we go for order. That's order. Y'all got that? I thought that was pretty cool that y'all brought up something that my intervene was telling me earlier today. I thought that was really cool. Talk about alignment, huh? Yeah, teach goddess. I love it. You are talking my language. I'm studying laws. Oh, okay. We got it. Yes, Lord. You got it? You got it? I'm glad. I've received. Yeah, understandable. So this coincides with the example of the expression of as within, so without. You know? On earth as it is in heaven, as above, so below. Yeah. All right. Let's see, where was I? My whole family is deep in the church, and so was I. Yes, Bakiba said yes, they are important to cross over into spirituality. Yes, the laws are really important. The laws are really important to cross over because the laws really help you with your mindset too in spirituality. Because you in spirituality, you be low key, be wanting guidance. Wait, I'm trying to move over. Okay, that's better. You be wanting a little guidance. You be wanting structure. You want the structure that comes from religion. Religion was structure. Religion was like, go to church on Sunday. You got choir practice. It is purposeful in your journey because it provides structure. You had a book to read, but that was pretty much when you were a babe in Christ, and that was necessary. So just it's almost like, thank you, Nabeen. It's almost like retirement for me. Work was structure. Like, wait, hold up. I ain't got to get up at such and such. I ain't got to be in traffic commuting. I can wake up whenever I want to. But to prepare me actually for this state of being, I had in the last couple of months to work from home. So it was almost like, it was like life was preparing me from working from home, learning discipline, because all of the work ethic and the structure that I had from working is now gone. And so now that I'm retired, it's like I have to be my own person to keep me with discipline and in order and in structure. Like, right? No different from religion. When you ain't going to church no more, now you spiritual, you almost feel like, ooh, should I be going to church? I mean, even though I don't believe that, should I get on my knee? Like, oh, I ain't prayed in a long time. It feels like, ooh, something kind of missing. No, it feels like you free. And you really adjusting to the idea of being free. He who the law sets free, he's free indeed. Yeah, so that's necessary. Yeah, absolutely. I noticed those who went to church, but didn't go do the work. Many devils were in the church. Yeah, definitely, definitely, because they it's necessary for them too, for growth. Yeah. The term salt of the earth came into my experience today. Oh, really? Oh, really? That's pretty cool. That's the name of my business. Yeah. Salt of the earth. It's one of my favorite scriptures. That's why I named my business that. If the salt loses its savor, wherefore it will be salted. It'll be good for nothing but to be trampled over by men. And so that was because of, I came from health and wellness aspect, and I feel like I was at low frequency, so to speak, like, right? So I was devoting my life to learn about health and wellness first before I came forward, speaking or anything. I was just trying to save my life. I was just trying to heal myself from thyroid issues, really, to be honest with you. I wasn't thinking about, speaking and all that other stuff that was being free indeed. Yeah, that was being prophesied and stuff to me. It's scary, the unfamiliar. But yeah, Tia, it is. It could be rather. But on the other side, though, on the other side, be the best days of your life, though, Tia, or the best freaking days of your life. I remember like it was yesterday, because I always, and I say to this day that I'm a healed introvert. I always never wasn't. I always was like an introvert, like right. I never really wanted to really talk, like right to people. Like I don't know. I would always say, I don't know people. I ain't got nothing to tell people. Like I would always. This ain't new to me. Where where I go to a place and then I'll say a little bit and then I'll leave. I've always, it's not new to me or weird to me to want to go to a store that they only have, red shirts on the waterfall so I could pick up my size and get up out of there. Like, right? That's how I have always operated in my existence because I enjoy being alone. Like, right? I enjoy that side of me. And so when people were telling me that I would speak and stuff, it's like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to talk to people. No, no, I'm not. You got me messed up. Okay, I'm not doing that. Like, right? And the beautiful thing in not speaking is necessary too, because it taught me how to shut up. It taught me how to be still. In those moments, that's when I begin to read energy and meet God. So every part of us, it's necessary because the day came where my son is the reason why I speak now, because he gave me a live one day. It's in the beginning of my book, the screen print of his text message. He gave me a live one day. Like, yeah, mom, talk to the people. Just say anything. Watch this, watch this. And because I had already met God, I just came from the dome and just started talking to the people just about health and wellness, which was heart-centered for me because I was on that journey heavily at that time. And the video went viral. He showed it to me the next day and all the hundreds of thousands of people. And I was like, But I, on that same video, felt nervous. But because I had spent time with God, my inner being just took over the darn live. And in the very beginning, I was nervous. I remember nervous. But then I opened up my mouth and I was so comfortable with what I was saying. So I said it and I was like, okay, bye. I ain't even read the people comments or nothing. Okay, bye. And I just hung up. And I kind of like do that now. If you pay attention, that's where the okay, bye at the end of the video come from. Because I said what I said and I released the energy and I let go of the fear. And I've been doing that ever since. On the other side of fear, Tia, it's probably you calling. On the other side of fear, I can guarantee you this. It's the best days of your life. Because you stand in fear in the face. And you saying, what the hell you want? I'm going to show you that you don't have no power over me. I'm going to show you now. And when you show fear that, you become unavoidable. Now I'm in a place where I still call myself an introvert. Nobody don't believe me though. Because I talk to everybody. Like, right, when I go out, I speak to people and I just talk. People just come up to me telling me their problems and stuff. And I just be like, well, what are you going to do about that? Like, right, because I know I don't want to pick up everything. But to see me in action, you would be like, that's not introverted lady. But yeah, because I enjoy those moments with my inner being most. I just know how to come out to play a little bit with the other reflections because they're necessary, you know. Yeah, they're necessary. They're necessary for me to experience them for their unfoldment and for my further unfoldment because I'm still a student in this realm too. So we have a little equal exchange of energy going on. And so never forget that. Face them fears. That's what it's about. And I used to say, what if God placed the thing that you want the most behind the thing that you don't want to embrace? So that's why you got to face fear. That's why you got to go up to fear and be like, look, you got something for me? Because it normally do. You got something for me? He got some new character, new skills, new superpowers for you. But it's behind the fear, though. You know? Yeah. All right. Okay. Anything else? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, your information is golden. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Every view of you come to me. What does that mean? What does that mean, divine? Expand on that. Yeah. Any other questions? Oh my God, you hitting home. Yeah, Keisha, you gotta face that fear, no matter what aspect it is. I don't even care if it's like the aspect of being bullied in physical reality. The bully ain't gonna stop taking your lunch money until you stand up. You just get tired. Like, look, I'm eating today. What you gonna do? Now, listen, there's a little bit of that New Orleans up in me too. Now, like, what you gonna do? No, we gonna eat today. And so you take that same approach as it pertains to fear in your life. You face it, and you're gonna be proud of yourself. Like, right? Even if that fear may be you surrendering and letting go of somebody in your physical reality. Boy, you're gonna grow so much if you really truly let it go and you really stay fixed on the idea of me releasing and surrendering opens up my hand. I'm surrendering. Remember in church, we used to do this right here in church. Remember we used to, okay, I'm coming. We used to do this in church when we go to the healing and deliverance line. Well, guess what? Two things are happening. You're surrendering, but now your hands are open for receiving too. Now, don't forget that part. When you surrender, you keep in your mind that, okay, I'm letting go of this because I know if I let go of it, there's something greater for me. And that's just it. And you trust, like, oh, this feels a little scary because maybe I was married to him, or maybe I used to frequent that place, or maybe I was in religion all my life, and, or maybe I worked there all those years. And, oh, this is scary. I'm scared. But then, if you keep on going, you realize your hand's still open to receive. It's replaced with new love, is what I'm saying to you. Yeah. How do we figure this all out and then forget about a lie after you have once discovered it? Well, because you wanted to, because you just God wanted to experience yourself. You want God to experience yourself. So that's the game of life. If you come forward in the physical reality, remembering infinite intelligence, what the heck? We could have stayed in the non-physical and just been a little star and go twinkle, twinkle. Like, right, you wanted characters. You wanted to play the game to be intense. You wanted to have people that were supposedly narcs. You wanted to have the agents. You wanted to have the government. You wanted to have black and white and like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll go all the way to ascetic range, and then they're gonna say I have the big C, and then I'm gonna heal myself and go to alkaline range so I can experience what health and wellness is. You ask, and you shall receive, God. I faced my fear and got fired, and God had another door open. You always gonna walk into something else. Always. Oh my God, you hitting home. Wait, something on there that I was. Oh, eyesight. I know I saw something else that went away. Eyesight. How do you deal with eyesight? Is eyesight is when the hormones are imbalanced in your body. Wild yam butter balances your hormones. So it's really the transverse colon that's clogged up, the inability to eliminate and absorb minerals through the transverse colon. So that requires a detox. Yeah, that requires a healthy diet up in here because this is how the vision and all got blurry in the first place. I used to wear glasses. This is how I know. And so you clean up the transverse colon. The thing that helped me was the sustained detox. And that's why I created sustained detox for myself, not for y'all, because I didn't even know y'all like that. Still don't. But sustained detox still to this day I use. And sustained detox, after I used it on and off 3 times, my vision got clearer, right? Because at the same time, I was releasing old fecal matter. That transverse colon was being cleaned out, and I was getting the vital minerals that my body needed. All while my hormones were becoming back in balance. And so externally, wild yam butter, internally, sustained detox. And those 2 things balance your hormones, get rid of old fecal matter, and allow for flow. And then your eyesight improves. because hormonal imbalances affect your eyes as well. Hormonal imbalances affect the blurriness in the eye. It affects your thinning hair. It affects the thyroid. It affects the appetite. And it in itself being out of balance, your hormones, it makes you want to eat even more because it gives you now this here relationship, this emotional connection with food. Right? So it's really a sign when our hormones are out of balance that we need to balance them versus eating more food, like, right? Because eating more food gonna stagnate this transverse colon too much, and so then after it's stagnated, the little hair follicles that's inside of there, they're gonna fall out, like, right? Because you have little hair follicles inside of your colon, and when they fall out, then your hair on your head gonna fall out too, because as within, so without, like, right, is in intertwined, right? And then your brain gonna get foggy, like, right? Your gut and your brain is intertwined, then you gonna have memory problems, right? If you have parasites in here, then you gonna have critters up in here. This that go to Alzheimer's, dementia, like, right? If it's cloudy in here, clogged up with old stuff, old chicken bones and chitlins, well, you ain't gonna be able to see because it ain't clear in here. Clear in here equals clear in here, because this is one brain, your stomach. Then you got your Abdullah oblongata brain that connects to your nervous system, to your head. This is the second brain. And then you got two other, your left and right, your cerebellum and cerebrum. So 4 brains total. And the total of, if this one here is out, they all communicating. It's in the sink like, oh crap, get that chicken bone out of there. Get that chilling juice out of there. I can't see. So clear all that out and you can see again. That's how that works. Yeah, oh Lord. What? Yes, I keep being told to surrender. Surrender can be scary. You gotta do it though. You gotta trust. You gotta trust the process. Wait, what that last one is? Hey, it's on a whiteboard. Is there any books you would recommend on your spiritual journey? Books. I personally, I read Alchemy 101, The Divine Revelation of Hell. I read The Four Agreements. I read The Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I read The Lost Sea Scroll, The Dead Sea Scrolls. I read the Holy Bible maybe about 35 times. I read The 48 Laws of Power. I've read and studied and learned the Egyptian hieroglyphics. I read all of pretty much the so-called Bibles and stuff. Yeah, I read that. But I would say for other people, go to the flow of what you need, the information that you need. Reading what I read that was my journey. And I also want to say about the reading part that here's the thing, just like we was just talking about as within, so without, the thing about the reading, that there's a season. There's a season for all things under the sun. So it's going to be a time for you to read because you're going to be hungry for information. You're no longer going to be hungry for food no more, over gluttonous spirit no more. But that hunger is going to be for your crown chakra, for your brain capacity, right? So you're going to get real, real hungry, real, real inquisitive. That's part of the spiritual journey of the consciousness unfolding, getting in the record room and then starting to pull files, like, right? But then there comes a time where you get away from all of the books. Because on the other side, all is God vibrating at this frequency. On this frequency, you're hungry over here and you're looking for information. You want to study. But when you get over here, you divide, you study, you quote stuff and you know these stuff and it's in you, it's in you, it's in you. Now you have access, full access to the Lamb Book of Life, to your inner being, to all knowing, to your subconscious mind on this side. And that's where my inner being comes in at. The information that I share with you comes directly from my inner being. I'm not going before I come here to no book no more. I used to, honestly, I did, because I was hungry. I was trying to find stuff. I was trying to find people to listen to. I was inspired by Dr. York on YouTube. Oh my gosh, some things that he said to me, it was good. Now keep in mind, when you go around behind people, don't do this like we did with church. Don't do, wait, let me grab this screen. Y'all excuse me. Don't do this here like we did in church. You remember in church, we reverence pastor so much. Don't do it like that. Leave what these people, because some of these people, they get bad raps and all that. Don't worry about what the people did. Because Mr. Miyark, he got a little bad rap out there. Get the information and get up out of there. Get the information and get up out of there. That's it. So I listened to him, got his information, and I got up out of there for the things that I wanted to hear. I listened to Dwayne Dwyer. I listened to, for a point in time, even Abraham Hicks of the world. I listened to this black lady, Lisa Nichols. Yeah, because I wanted somebody that looked like me. In certain seasons, I listened to E.T., the black man, Eric Thomas, I think his name is, motivational. I listened and I got information based upon where I was in that season. And that's what we really should be doing, based upon where you are, what you want to know. And then when you feel up, bam, your inner being gonna step up. Like, I got you now. I got you now. I see you have done the work. I see you on meetings. I see you on full access. You just had a little library call beginning when you was reading all that stuff. I see you on full access to your Akashic records. The door has been open for you. The way is open for you. Enter into. And then you just gonna begin to wake up. And so that's another step. Now in your dreams, and the vision of the night, thank you, inner being. When man sleeps and slumbers, I give them their order and instructions. So now, after you done read all that stuff, the next season for you waking up in the middle of the night. I know that. That's your inner being giving you downloads now. And so then you grow from that. And so a place where, like what I'm doing right now, where your inner being is just speaking through you. Because you ain't got to write down in no book no more. You ain't got to go say, yeah, I learned that from that book. No, you've been in the being, has all of the books. All of the books of every life, of every day. And it's in your mind. All right? Yeah. On the other side. Oh my God, you hitting home. You got that part? I love how you acknowledge source and its revelations. Oh yeah, definitely. Peace and greetings. Hey, I see you, babe. Yes, Eric Thompson. Eric Thomas, the hip hop guy. Yeah, the motivational guy. I love him. E.T., I love him. I love his hype. I love his drive. I love his swag. It's really cool. I would listen to him, when I would go walking sometimes, just to be that motivational source, like in my ear, so, because you're doing these things to fill your cup, to fill you up, to give you what you need when you need it. Right? Okay. I love it. I long to be that person. You are that person. You are that person unfolding, blossoming. You are right now. You are. I am. You are. We are. Yes, me too. Yeah, you are. We all are. I say yes. I'm listening to a lot of Rev Ike. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I didn't listen to him in my journey, but I saw a clip or two of him. That's the one. That's a little black man with the little Jerry curl looking hair, right? He got old clips. I guess he must be passed on or something, right? Rev Ike. Yeah, I think I never listened to him back in the day, but I would see him on TikTok about 2 or 3 times. I've seen him. Is that the same person you're talking about? Yeah, he have good energy. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So, to each his own. Go to where your inner being say go. Follow that road. Follow that path. Because you're going to just chime in on these type of people. Just like y'all, whoever like hear and really follow me and not just kind of like looking for a couple of seconds in this moment. Just how y'all found me, that's the same indicator your inner being gonna tell you as it pertains to anybody else that you need to listen to. And you're gonna be zoned in. And you stay there and you get what you want. And so that part of the journey, what I did was you always bringing something, because gifts are emerging from you from religion now. And that part of my journey and my mindset, I was bringing this he's saying that they say in church. They say spiritual buoyancy. where you fall down and bounce back up. Like, right, that's what they used to say in church. Like, I remember those things. Those things stood out to me. So when I came out of religion, I programmed my mind, yeah, I'm gonna have spiritual buoyancy. I'm gonna go and get everything that I need, the information I need, my substance that I've been looking for and asking for all while in religion. I ain't joining nobody church. I ain't about to go to the altar. I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna have spiritual buoyancy about myself. I'm gonna go in and I'm not sinking in that religion. I'm not becoming one of them. I'm not trying to become, I'm just trying to get the information. So I'm staying afloat. I'm staying afloat, right? Because I already been down, fall down and bounce back up. So I'm staying afloat, and I just imagine myself floating on water. Don't go too deep. You go in the deep end, then you're gonna go under. We ain't going under because we've been in religion all my life. That took some years, and I want to get this. I want to figure this stuff out in my mind. These questions that I asked, and I got bopped upside my head just because I asked a question. Why can't I ask a question? Like, right? All of those things. So I never subscribed, and there was a season where I was listening to even the Hebrew Israelites. That was a season I listened to them. And see, the way you're gonna know your internal GPS, your inner being gonna give you a signal. Well, hey, it's time to go. You about to fall down. Because what didn't resonate with me with the Hebrew Israelites was that they were on corner sometimes and talking to white people and saying that it was gonna be their turn for their women to, get enslaved and all of that. And there were men that were black men that was really, really aggressive in they stronger than belief, and to each his own. But that didn't resonate with my soul. Like, right? So I had to get up out of there. I'm falling down up in there because my mom had already had me in the Seventh-day Adventist, the Baptist, and the Catholic, and the non-denominational. And now I found out about the Hebrew Israelites, and y'all wild. I ain't got time for that. But I studied, because they had that was a place to go to find out about the so-called 12 tribes of Israel as they see it. But I kept on going, and I was like, there gotta be more, there gotta be more. And I kept on asking, you shall receive. So that means I didn't stay at one step. If I was the common day woke or conscious person, I'd be sitting up here, yeah, black power, pumping a fist. Yeah, because my melanin is cracking, like, right? There's more steps than that. Because God is all. And so when you get on a step that just tell you, oh, this is God and that ain't God, nah, keep on stepping, baby. Because the next step ahead is letting you know how the totality of God works. God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. I knew that part. That was my solid foundation. And I was aiming to understand it, but I had to jump out of that. I had to jump out of that religious aspect of understanding, and I had to go into understanding energy. And that's where the Nikola Tesla comes in at. The 369 method comes in at. That's where quantum physics and stuff, just really YouTubing quantum physics and alchemy, the Orange Alchemy 101 book that I read and studied, those type of things. Like, oh, it put all the religious aspect in the best perspective. And so then now I don't rightly divide the word. That's true for me, only me. Not necessarily going to be true for you, but it was true for me. I don't rightly divided it because I don't went to religion. I went all the way back to the Egyptians as it pertained to religions was concerned. And then I got into the day-to-day operations with motivation and speaking and law of assumptions and everything. And the last thing that I stumbled upon was numerology and astrology and quantum physics and stuff. And then I'm like, I turned back around. I'm like, oh, let's go. And that go my foundation. You see? Yeah. Yark Sane's book, Similar Journey, all led me to metaphysics. Yes, Empress. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. It leads you. It's like the unfoldment of the Christ consciousness within you. So all of that you put that stuff together, it's like, even with being, there was a moment when I was telling you all about the goddess of Shul and how I invoked that energy. That's dark magic. But guess what? Yeah, I did that too. Ain't no shame in my game because I was hungry. And all of it's God. God just vibrated at different frequencies, so I was hungry and I ate. I supped with myself because I wanted to get to know myself, because that's what we on this journey doing, the unfoldment of God. Sure did. Yeah, it leads you to the same place, right? You are so on point with how I feel. Oh, good, good, good. And there we have it. Thank goodness for sharing. Yeah, I share. I share. All of it is God. Old school, definitely. All of it is God. You cannot get this thing called life wrong. You can. Church taught you that you was gonna go but to hell, and you sinned and all of that. I don't subscribe to that foolery. That's not embedded in my subconscious mind. So I don't believe in that. What you give belief to, whatever law you have in this mind about, that's gonna run your kingdom, God, in your simulated environment. You know, you gonna go to your own little idealist place called hell, but it's gonna be a hell in your mind, though. For me, I don't subscribe to that. For me, being in alignment with my inner being, that's my flow. Not judging myself, that's my flow, because my inner being ain't judging me. God, the source, the infinite intelligence, looks on you as it being your source, as you being perfect. All right? Oh, I won't break it down like this, and I'm not trying to be ugly, but I'm pretty sure you know somebody who have an ugly looking child, like is it for his physical experience. I mean, appearance is concerned, like, right? Not easy on the eye, like, right? I mean, every child ain't a 10, like, right? As it pertains to how you view them. But they mom and they daddy love them. To their mom and their daddy, they're perfect and beautiful. Like for me, y'all might not think my children no 10s, but to me they are. What greater thought would source for God have for us? Like, right? My children 10s. Like, what? I wish I would meet a chicken head that don't think my children are 10s. You know? So your inner beingness, the essence that you stem from source, is looking at you as perfect. You can't get life wrong. As a mother, I'm not going to send my children to torment in a hellish place. Like, what? No. It's okay, baby. You're going to be all right. And if we think about that, and that's just using the left side of the brain, just the logical brain. If we think about the source of how man has made religion to be, like you do this or else. You say this or else. You be this or else. That's not unconditional love from the source. Unconditional love from the source is I love you. I love you just because I love you. I love you even if you do this. I love you. That's real love. As a mother, you know how to articulate and express that love for your child. I don't give a damn what you do. Like, right? I love you. Look. I don't care if you go to the other team. Son, I love you. Some of y'all parents in the physical reality have those stopping blocks because you get it from church. No, I love you. That's just it. I love my birds unconditionally. I love you. I love them so unconditionally that I don't want to get one and put them in a cage. And y'all know how I love birds. I just love you bitches because I love you. You could be free. I don't want to bound you down with my love. No, I just love you. Yeah. See, you're great. Oh, thank you, babe. Let's see. With the sustained detox, do we just eat fruits and vegetables for 30 days? Sustained detox, you eat right for your blood type. You could do that. You don't have to stay away from foods that are beneficial for you. Like just the common things, like the heavy things, like pork and because pork not good for nobody. Pork and soft drinks, and if you overindulging in coffee and you're not a blood type A, corn, which is not good for you know nobody in the physical reality as it pertains to its coding, bread and pastas, your potato chips. You're cutting those things out completely, but you could still eat all of the highly beneficial for your blood type foods that's on your meal plan. You ain't gotta just eat you ain't gotta just juice. That's what I'm saying. But make sure you incorporating healthy juices that like your lemon juice, like your your pineapple juice, the juices that's going to help you create digestive enzymes and help you go to the restroom and open up the kidneys even the more in conjunction with sustained detox. Hello, hello. Yes. I ordered the detox and wasn't sure if I should eat vegetables for 30 days and then start the second phase. No, you just go along with eating right for your blood type. You can't get it wrong just as long as you avoiding those heavy things that's turning into sugar. Because you keep in mind you're getting rid of old ways that ain't serving you. Don't put any new ways that ain't gonna be serving you in your body while you're getting rid of the old, because you're gonna make your body sluggish again. And make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. The average adult should be close to a gallon of water. You take your weight, divide it into two, whatever those ounces are. That's the ounces of water that you're going to be drinking a day. If you're 100 pounds, you divide 100 by 2. That means 50 ounces of water is what you're supposed to be drinking, especially while you're on a detox. Especially being that it's getting warm outside no matter where you are in the world, because you don't want to get dehydrated. You don't want the waste to become stagnant inside of you and it's sitting there and it's sluggish and it's dead, die off stuff. And you ain't drinking the water to expel it via your bowel movement. Okay? Hello, Douglas. I see you, babe. Thank you for being here. You try laughing at me. I say something funny. I'll be just talking. That's just me. I don't know what I said. Or the coffee, I've got to get together. Yeah, if you're not you should not be down and dehydrating yourself with coffee. A's are the exception for the coffee thing, though. All right. Anything else? Any other questions? Y'all make sure y'all tapping. Oh, y'all been tapping the screen. Look at y'all tapping. I got 27,000 up there. What I got over there? What is that? That's 14K? Go me. It's offer time. Y'all tap the screen. Those of you that are new to me, I'm Goddess Just Be. I help people on their wellness journey in the areas of mind, body, and soul. My Cash App and my Venmo is Cash App Goddess Just Be. My website is linked in my bio, saltoftheearthpub.org. There you can subscribe to my newsletters. You can check out my website for my meal plans, my Viral Wild Yam Butter, my consultations and courses. Oh, next Friday I have a SEX course on Tantric and Kundalini Blissful Awakening. If you're trying to attract your soul mate, you got to mate with your soul. If you're trying to get in a healthy relationship, you should be mating with your soul. If you're trying to become sovereign, if you're trying to let your Kundalini rise, if you're trying to understand Tantric SEX, it's all about mating with your soul. So we're going to be talking about mating with your soul on next Friday at 4 p.m. That's May 24th. If you sign up for the course, you get a link the day before for the course, and you'll join us on a private YouTube 2-hour course on SEX. And when I say SEX, I'm talking about the ins and outs of SEX. I'm talking about the smell, the taste, just like we did with the anxiety and depression, where we're going to exude that necessary energy for taste, touch, power in the copulin fluids, your pheromones, to understand what their purpose is and how you can use your body, your eyes, your confidence to draw others to you. How you could harness also your sexual energy and bring it at a peak to where, it's working for you. For you, right? Nonetheless, that's what we're going to be talking about on next Friday at 4 o'clock. It's called the Tantric Kundalini and Blissful Awakening course. And it's going to be all things esoteric, all things within. The men are signed up. I'm letting you know they're going to have men up in there. It's for men and women. So that's available on my website. Thank you, Taj. Thank you. I didn't say this yesterday, but it's Aura, Taj, Aura, Keith, Kat, Donna. Thank you all for the offerings on my Cash App. I appreciate every last one of you. Cash App Goddess Just Be. Well, y'all got me. Y'all gonna give me to 1,000 right here? Well, I'm at to 30,000. I'm at 29 on 4. Could y'all give me the 30 right quick? Could y'all give me the 16,000 over there on Goddess Just Be Healthy? And we'll resume with the questions. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. All right. Thank you for what you do. Oh, you're welcome, babe. I've been missing the lives. Thank you for the offering. I've been missing the lives from work, but my last reading was on point. Oh, okay, good. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you, Douglas. Thank you for sharing that. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. We got the 30. Ooh, we got the 30. And we got the 15. Okay, good. Thank you for the offer. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Why this thing not updating? That's Shayla. Thank you, Shayla. I appreciate you. Any more questions? Thank you for what you do. You're so welcome. Don't look like they have no more questions. We started talking about our offering. It got quiet. I remember that from church. You used to call offering time. People be trying to hurry up and get off the service before they pace the little track. I was in church. I know some of y'all from the church. Some of y'all probably was in my church. You call that offering? I gotta go. I have a question above. Oh, I missed your question? Let's see. Perseverance says she have a question above. Oh, how do you balance personal boundaries and viewing all as God? I be given the benefit of the doubt. That ain't what you do. All is God. It's not about the benefit of the doubt. It's far greater than that. It's love. Thank you, Being. That was beautiful. It's love. It's the fact that love is understanding. Like, right? If we define love as being, love is understanding. Understanding. So what are we understanding? We're understanding that all is God. So in order to understand all is God, you gotta see others through the eyes of God to understand them. Let's say a wino. I see a wino. I'm gonna tell you a real story. Thank you, Nabi. I was outside talking to some people, and a hippie kind of person passed, right? While they were talking, they were having an adult conversation. I told y'all I'm a child at heart. I zoned out, and I saw the hippie. The hippie had tattoos on. The hippie had them big cool shorts, them big baggy shorts with the little chain thingy, I guess for the wallet that was coming down, and the hippie had like a mohawk, and the hippie had, I don't even know how to say it, but you know them big old earrings. You know when they cut a big old hole in their ear, big in there. You know what I mean? Anyway, it was a real hippie, like, right? And they had the earring in the nose, and I'm just looking at all of the different aspects of the hippie, like, right? I'm not paying attention no more to the conversation, right? Yeah, the gauges. Yeah, that. And so I'm like, oh, I was looking, and I'm looking at the shoes, like the socks, like, right? And the hippie just in his own little world, and it's getting closer. The hippie is getting closer. I was like, I like your earrings. And the hippie smiles. The hippie smiles. And I'm like waving, and I'm looking at the back. I'm like, shoot, he got a whole, it's like he's art, like, right? And I was just like, I was just going, look, is there something in the back that I need to see? It was so cool to me, honestly, from my heart. It was so cool, the expression. But the two adults that I was talking to, it wasn't so cool with them. They said, hi. And they turned around, they said, you didn't really like his earrings, did you? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Because in my mind, I was like, when I'm sharing with you is all is God and love is understanding, I'm like, I understand him. I understand his expression. I understand his freedom. I understand his creativity. I understand that he's exploring. I understand that he don't give a darn that they don't like what he got on. He is so free. I love that about him because I understand it. But more importantly, he's me. I don't have the little gauges in my ears or whatever, but he vibing on the frequency with me. Like he free. I don't care in this right now reality that people don't respect or don't understand that I have a relationship with my inner being. And I talk to it. And I'm in love with it. And it gives me orders and instructions. And I feel good when it feel good. And it tells me all things is working out. I don't care that they don't understand me. But here in my simulated environment, I'm gonna understand my reflections. Like, right? No matter where they vibing at. It could be that wino. Yeah, I get it, dude. Everybody trying to get a little higher. It could be that person that's taking antidepressants. Yeah, I get it, babe. That's your way to get a little high. It could be that hippie that ain't do nothing, was just free and just pacing by. Some gon' judge them, the neighbors I was talking with, but some gon' understand them. Some gon' look on that hippie and criticize and judge that hippie, but some gonna look on that hippie through the eyes of God and see no wrong. I ain't gonna give them no benefit of no doubt. I'm gonna love that hippie because that hippie represents an expression of me. Go ahead on me, being free. In a world where you could have chose to be bound, you decide to be free. Go ahead on, I admire you. That ain't my swag. I ain't gonna dress like you, but I'm gonna respect you and I'm gonna admire you and I'm gonna love you because I understand. You see that? I understand you. I like that part about you. I like that you could be you over there. Because that's the frequency of God. All of God. If all is God, the hippie right here, the wino right here, the alcohol or the alcoholic, whatever you call it, drinking, overindulging, the pill popper, the crack hitter, or whatever. It's still God. And when you understand that, okay, the dark, yeah, I understand. You see that? That's when you're free. Oh, thank you for the stars, Miss D. That's when you're free. I love this. You are beautiful. Thank you. We have to watch out for those people who portray to be our family and friends, be true to ourselves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and especially when you're in an environment. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. And especially when you're in an environment around them. Like, I'm just gonna be transparent. Like, I ain't no little B. Nah, my name is God is just B, but I ain't no little B. Like you ain't. I'm over the peer pressures of life. You ain't gonna be in your box and think just because you in your box that I'm gonna hop in your box because I'm standing outside with you. Nah, you stay in your box, eyes free. You know, like I'm not gonna conform. To the way that you see the hippie. No, I don't want to do that with my mind. I'm free. And so they gave me they look, but who cares? Me and the hippie free. And if you don't understand me and the hippie, that's you. You the one in the box that nobody don't want to be in. You don't even want to be even in there. Because that's why you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you out there in the boundless universe being so free when I'm in the box? No, I don't want to do that with my life. You know? I don't want to do that with my life. Free to be me. Yeah, I see why they tried to keep me broke. Yeah. It's a choice. Life is a choice. Thought by thought by thought. Thought by thought by thought. Right. And I choose to think outside of that box. I've been in the box. I've been in the box for years when I was younger. Limited thinking about everything. I did that already with my mind. I'm not going there. I ain't getting no call with nobody that's going that way. Leave me out of your box. And that's another thing about spirituality. When you come out of religion, you don't want to get in nobody else's box. You don't want to go to another one. Like, Jehovah's Witness come over to the house on Saturday morning. And I, of all people, happen to be sitting outside. And they now that I haven't had the Mormons come, and I happen to be outside, like, they only catching me. They don't catch nobody else in the house but me. I was outside. I come from the mailbox when the Mormons came. And then the Jehovah's Witnesses just happened to came that last Saturday. And they were talking, they would invite, it's like, no, we got. We're talking now. Now, I did visit the Mormon church just because I had never been, because I wanted to experience God over there. I was see what the Mormons do, what y'all doing up in here. Let me see. How y'all have church? Because I never did it. And I was like, okay, let's do that. But both times, whatever religion they are, we talk. And we were talking about the book of Daniel. We were talking about Daniel rather, um, and how they see God and what their idea of these were Jehovah Witnesses here. What their idea of God was. We talked about the 144,000. We chopped it up for a good little while outside. And the lady was like, "Oh, so you should come." I was like, "No, no, I don't need to come. But I love talking to you though. Well, can I send you some scriptures?" "Yeah, sure. Sure you can. Sure. We could talk about that. I'm open-minded with that. I understand where you are. I understand. Love is understanding. That's it." I went to that Mormon church because I'd never been before, and I love any expression of life that's trying to get to source of God. Let's go see what they talk about. Okay. And the whole service in the Mormon church, and I had never been, and I told my mom, I was so excited. I told my mom, these people literally had testimony time the whole service. Like nobody huffed and puffed and preached and stuff. They had testimony time. And so everybody in the audience just got up and just talked about the goodness of God. That feels good. I understand that. So why would I dismiss them? Love is understanding. I understand even the Jehovah Witnesses that came by. I had already experienced a Jehovah Witness church. That's why I didn't go to theirs because I kind of like experienced that back home. We were Jehovah Witnesses, so I know about the tower and 144,000 as it pertains to how they see it. I already studied that religion, but I never studied and understood Mormons. Love is understanding. And then you sit down, that's why in relationships they sneak up on you. In relationships, they'll have people that you probably would never have talked to. And then you're alone in the room with them. They probably look different. They probably be a hippie in the room. And you never have talked to them in other situations, but you get in a room with them. You have a conversation with them. And then you begin to understand them. And then you begin to like them. Because love is understanding. Like, dang, I never thought I'd be a friend. I mean, then you tell your other friends, because you just embody the fact that love is understanding. You tell your other friends, "Hey, I got this friend. I mean, he's not good looking on the eye, but he's so cool, and I just really like being around him." Oh, you realize that love is understanding. So I ain't stopping my blessings because people look some kind of way. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Thank you for the offering. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any more questions that I missed? May God keep you safe. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, love is understanding. Remember that. Hold that dear to your heart. Love is understanding. That way, if you get in a bad, so-called bad relationship, you could understand that person from where they are. I'm not saying go over there. So now that means you could understand. Thank you, Eugenia. Thank you. Now you can understand that narc. That don't mean you have to tolerate them, but you can understand that. Me being a person that do consultations with narcs or children of narcs, I understand them, like, right? So if a narc in the physical reality would do narc things, I could understand it. I could be like, oh, yeah, her mama was so mean to her, like, right? Her mama never was there for her. Her mama used to gaslight her. Oh, so she's a product of that. Oh, I understand. Oh, I see her. Oh. Now that don't mean that we gotta go hang out. That don't mean that person gotta be my best friend, but I understand why she might be catching temper tantrums. I understand why she plays the victim all the time, maybe. I understand why maybe she lies all the time. Oh, she gonna be all right. She gonna get the life she deserves. She gonna meet the people that's gonna mingle with her over there. But I ain't there. I just understand that. I just see that over there. And I know that that's God. This over here where I'm at, and this over here, God. Nothing gonna exist but God. So I'm gonna understand every aspect of a God. When you get that embedded in your mind, you leave that judgment alone. When you're a judgy person, you don't have that in your mind. You haven't stumbled upon that way of thinking, and you are really causing yourself to be your own stumbling block because you keep judging the people like that, and then you go through things like that to be judged. He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone. Like, right? Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, nothing else over there. Love is understanding. Yeah. Anything else? This was really cool. I enjoyed really talking to you all. This was so beautiful to me. So transparent. Well, we have to do this maybe once a week. What y'all think? Once a week? Once a week we could talk up just have conscious conversations. What do you think? I enjoyed this as well. Yes, just have conscious conversations. And that way during the week, it was awesome. I loved it. That way during the week, if y'all have like, and maybe we could do it on Friday. Friday could be the chill day. And that way during the week, you can hold those questions that we could really stimulate thought on Friday. And, kind of like church. Back in the day, when we went to church, we needed that Sunday boy to give us that juice. To give us that juice. That choir that be juking and diving like, right? So Friday, we can get our little spiritual juice to hold us over to the next Friday, to the next Friday, to the next Friday. Then we overflowing, and we just wetting up everybody. Cause more people coming in, like, right? And everybody overflowing that. Girl, you gotta come have the conscious conversations. Until we gotta have moderators and stuff. The way the comments going so fast. What they saying? Like, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, Douglas said 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, Douglas said. That's what you're saying over there about 2 weeks, Douglas? I went to sleep listening. Oh, I went to sleep listening and woke up like I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that's how it be sometimes. Once a week, please. No, Douglas, they said no, once a week, please. I don't know what Douglas talking about on YouTube. They want once a week. They want that. So on Fridays, that's what we'll begin to do. On Fridays, we could have these kind of conversations. I'd be having so many questions. That's okay. That's okay. That's a beautiful thing. You want to have so many questions because that once a week for sure. Okay, good. Because that is an inquisitive mind, a mind open that's ready for the information. That lets you know that your crown chakra is ready, it's ready to explode. It's ready to show you some things, like, right? Is it getting activated? I rest in the information. Okay, good. Yes, please. I'm learning a lot. That's good. That's good. On Fridays, yes. Let's see. Empress says, will you offer your tantric course again? I get off too late to attend. Would love to study with you. What I'm gonna do with that course, after I do that course, I'm gonna edit it and everything, and I'm gonna make it available on my website. So for those that missed it, that they'll get that. That way I don't have to necessarily keep doing the same course. So those that want to purchase it from the website, you could afterwards. Keep in mind, every time I come up with something, this is my thing. So just to let y'all know, if you any of my day ones or you just came through, every time I create a course or anything, when I first launch it, that's the cheapest it's ever going to be. The cheapest it's ever going to be. When I say, hey guys, I just created your ears need to go out if you want that thing. Because that means when I launch it, it's cheap. Or better yet, I'm giving you more. Like when I first launched this Wild Yam Butter, I put on the website that it was just a 2 ounce. And it was like $19, but they got a 4 ounce. And the regular price now is what, 30 with tax, $34.88, right? So keep that in mind. If I launch something, I'm going to give because I understand that there's more blessing to give first. So I always give. And so I did that on a tantric course and it was like $55. But now it's at regular price. Right? And it was only a couple of people that were able to jump on that because they was just looking at me. I don't know why. They was just looking. But yeah, so I'm going to have it linked on the website, solartherapy.org, and you'll be able to check out with it in your cart. And it's going to be a 2-hour video. And we're going to really dive into SEX. And there's going to have men and women in there. But I couldn't do that one on TikTok anyway because I can't say certain words over there. So I had to do it like the way that I'm doing it on YouTube and make it private. Because that way I could go back and maybe edit something that if we get a little too juicy, I could edit something and maybe put some captions or something to soften the word so YouTube will keep the video up, Hey, Big D. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Free software. Oh, I like that. Thank you for that idea. Let me see that name. Let me see that name. Freestyle. That's Ladybug. Hey, Ladybug. Thank you so much. Ladybug said we could call it Freestyle Friday. With a little conscious twist on that. What y'all think about that name? Freestyle Friday? I love my wild yam butter. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Cat. That's beautiful. Hey, Game Head. What y'all think about that name? Freestyle Friday? Freestyle Friday? What y'all think? I'll wait. Nobody saying nothing? Conscious conversations is what I called it today. I'm with it. Okay, Freestyle Friday. Wait a minute. It sounds like we're gonna be rapping or something up in here. Now beat up, back up, pick up, rhymes. Something up and fell down in his uptime. Jack never up, never. I ain't walk quick, but damn, I said. It sounds like we were rapping. Bars. We're gonna have to have some intro music. Now beat up, pick up, rhymes. I used to like that so much. Y'all didn't think I knew something like that, huh? See? You never know. Infinite intelligence, baby. Infinite intelligence up in here. I got everything up in here. That record room is lit. All right. Look, she can't say no. That's funny. That's funny. I bet y'all didn't. I'm here no matter the name. Empress said, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, that's it. Next Friday, we're gonna do the same thing, and so that way I'm making content like Monday through Thursday only. So that's really cool. That's really cool. I look forward to this year, and it's easy for me. Well, not that that's hard, but I'm just saying it's just easy for me to just sit down and move that, and I don't have no scripture or whatever to come from. But I still, in the same token, to still be talking through my inner being and which guides me all the time. I really love, before I get up out of here, I really love what I do. And I'm so thankful for every last one of you for your support in all that I do, for being here on my live. You know, me, this is me, the physical me, talking to you outside of, there's no separation, but I'm just telling you, know, it's the black lady here. Every day coming here has been my structure. You all be sitting up there thinking me, but I want to spend this moment before we pray and get out of here to thank you. Because it has been my structure. Although I can't come at a certain time every day because of my mentorship and consultations and orders and all other things and my family too. Coming here feels refreshing to me. Coming here keeps me in alignment. Because I think about y'all. Like I call y'all names out up in here. I don't know none of y'all in physical reality, like, right? But I carry all of y'all with me in my heart, in my day-to-day operations, knowing that maybe some of you may be trying to get in alignment, you wobbling. Maybe some of you are on that job. Maybe some of you I talk to throughout the day because you chose me to help you in life. And so I carry you with me in my heart. And coming here every day, you all too are blessing me because y'all keeping me accountable. Y'all bringing this here stuff back to the forefront of my mind. Like we're talking about anxiety and depression the days before. There were times when I was in that state of being, like, right? And I didn't know how to articulate it well, to put it on the board, to figure out what the heck was going on in my mind. But as I speak to you all, through the expression that comes from my inner being showing me or giving me, oh yes, that's beautiful, giving me the understanding of myself. And it helps me to help you. Y'all get that? Because we were just talking about love being understanding. Me writing this stuff on the board, like just now when I was writing that Holy Trinity, that my inner being had me write some of earlier, then some to clarify answer. Now, I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. I be in here, y'all. I'll be in here too as a student and a teacher. And I'm thankful for you all. I'm thankful for this ability to come forward. I'm so thankful because it's holding me accountable for my energy. And I'm just so happy. My heart is just so happy for every last one of y'all. I don't care if it's a comment. I don't care if it's a like, a share. I don't care if you subscribe to my newsletter. I don't care what it is. You knowing of me. You calling my name. You thinking of me. All of that is energy. And I want to say thank you. You coming to my life. Even if you ain't got to, if you won't stay. Even if you just look at 2 seconds of my video on TikTok. I don't care. Thank you for your energy because I feel you. But most importantly, I understand you because love is understanding. Oh, so I had to tell y'all that. Okay, my eyes getting a little moist. We're going to change the subject. My eyes getting a little moist. You know? Thank y'all for the offering. All right? I appreciate every last one of you. Yeah, once a week. Yeah, conscious conversations. You're uplifting every time I see you. I'm here no matter the name. Oh, thank you. Right, Keisha says, yes, yes. Iron sharpens iron. Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you, every last one of you. Y'all make sure no more. You more than welcome. Oh, okay. Y'all make sure y'all check out my website. Get y'all Wild Yam Butter. Stay tuned and signed up for the Tantric Kundalini Blissful Awakening course. I had to name it that because I couldn't even name it SEX. Like, right, I had to come up with another name because, you know, you get flags if you have the SEX name on there. So y'all have a great weekend. I don't go live on weekends. It's family time, just to let you know in case you're new here. But we about to pray and get up out of here. Inner being, infinite intelligence, God, source, all there is. The power that be. Right and left hand together. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. One last time. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Thank you, infinite intelligence, for this live. Thank you for all of these people that came forward from their simulated environment to sup with me. Thank you for bringing them forward based upon their subconscious mind asking a question. And a God never asks a question that his mind don't already know the answer to. Thank you for revealing the answers to them through me. Thank you, infinite intelligence, for speaking through me as my inner being. I feel so honored, so blessed to be in this position. Thank you for the conscious conversations to come. Thought by thought, conversation by conversation. Thank you for bringing the multitude. Thank you for expansion. Thank you for these gods getting back on the throne, being lovable, knowing that they are worthy, and sending and emitting the energy that I am, the I am. Thank you for these friendly reminders and these deep conversations that are finally welcome as we embark into the age, the golden age, where we all are sovereign beings, where we all know we could be, do, or have anything that we put our mind to. Thank you, day by day, thought by thought, frequency by vibration, by energy. We are thankful, we're honored, we're blessed, we're worthy, we're happy, we're excited right now, and for everything that is to come. We operate with flow and with ease, knowing, trusting, surrendering, and allowing all things to work out for our good. Mm-hmm. Allow. Allow is what I'm hearing. Type that in the comments. Allow. My inner being wants you to know that it's time for you to allow. My inner being wants you to know, your inner being wants you to know, because my inner being sups with your inner being, because they're all together. Ultimately, we all stem from the same source. Wants you to know it is a season to allow. Allow, but when you allow, you gotta trust. When you allow, you can't be judgmental. So write that. Write that. Cast that spell in the comments. Allow. Allow, 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 allow. Allow your mind to be open to infinite intelligence. Allow. Allow, 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 allow. Allow a new law to be set that all things are working out for you. Allow. Allow, 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 allow. Allow yourself to come into perfect alignment and live in the now. Allow. Allow, 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 allow is the word of the day. Allow. Allow, thought by thought, allow. You can't get it wrong when you allow it. Allow. Allow is where flow is. Allow. This video was from my heart to yours. Y'all be blessed and have a good weekend. Thank you for the offering, every last one of you. I appreciate you. Okay, bye. Allow. Yeah, baby. Oh, I love those white hearts. Yes, baby. Allow. Allow that thing. Allow.